One of my favourite games to play whenever I spot a supercar or an enthusiast car that I love is to ask my girlfriend how much money she thinks it's worth, and it always shocks her when I tell her because it's so much more than she anticipates. And this got me thinking about a list of cars that the ordinary person just wouldn't realise is worth lots and lots of money. Now, kicking things off, I'm going to start with a controversial one, the Lexus LFA. Obviously, this is quite spec and colour dependent. In yellow, I think it's definitely looking a bit more leery, but in all black, it does look a little bit like a GT86, but a bit bigger. Obviously, if you hear that V10, game over. But I think people could walk past this in a car park and just look at the badge and the silhouette and the proportions and think, okay, this is a sports car, but it's probably not worth that much. But it is actually worth, I think, around $1 million and upwards nowadays. Second car on this list is a Bentley Bentayga. The list price in 2025, I think, is £175,000, but that is starting price. I think many will spec cars up to probably £250,000, and I think you could be forgiven for thinking one of these is a Q7 at a glance. That silhouette is very overplayed nowadays. A lot of cars look similar, especially SUVs, and so if you don't clock the B and the Bentley badge, I think you could be forgiven for thinking it's just a regular SUV. And I almost walked past one in Portugal recently without clocking, and that just really showed me, okay, these things do not stand out actually that much. The final car does veer into modern classic territory, and it is a BMW Z8. Of course, they are very beautiful, but to a regular person, it's not going to look that much more expensive than what an E86 or an E85 Z4. I think a typical person would probably guess that this car is worth 20 grand when it is in fact worth around 200 grand. What do you guys think of this list? Let me know in the comments, and do you also play that game with your girlfriend too, or am I just sad? Drop me a follow for more car content, and thank you for watching.